have some really strange swarming activity going on. I haven't really seen this one before. I was just sitting at the back porch right there in that orange chair and went inside. Nothing going on out here. Went inside, came back, and over on top of these two trees right here, there was a swarm. I said, oh no. Okay, so what did I do? I came out, watched them. They came all the way back to the bottom of that hive. I said, that's kind of weird. So let's take a look there. And we got bees that are, I guess, pretending that this is where they live. This is the back underside of a hive that's occupied. This hive is occupied by our St. Patrick bees. So what did I do? Went out and got me a swarm commander right there and just put it there. And what we're doing is we're attracting the swarm there. That way it's not on the hive. And it's in a slightly more manageable position. And you can see here, right there's the queen. And they just knocked this down to the ground. All right, here we are a couple minutes later. I definitely got them here on the swarm commander on the pergola. What else I went and got was a nuke box. Now this nuke box has ventilation on the side, both sides, and it's got a bee escape on it. I'm gonna grab the queen, stuff her in here with maybe a couple of bees, and then hope that the bees start coming down here. I'm gonna move the swarm commander to under the lid as well. Not hanging from the frames, but just under the lid. Alright, if you're gonna grab the queen, guys, grab the queen. You know, just do it. I've gone 3 times now, and I've not missed her, but I've been trying to be so gentle, and yeah, now I can't find her on the pillar. She was very easy to see. She's ginormous. When swarming happens, they typically slim down the queen quite a bit. This queen is huge, and well, that's not a good picture, but I don't know what's going on. If that's her slimmed down, I'd hate to see her buffed up. She is massive. All right, plan B. We're gonna make this more manageable. I just saw the queen again, but this seems to be working. I'm just gonna move them down and just watch this magic. This is like the 2nd or 3rd day we've just made magic. Look, there she is right there. Boom, queen. I'm actually gonna hand this off to my wife, who has a glove on. Well, no, she's gonna try and capture with the queen clip. Now, typically, they should be nice and slim, but since this one is a huge queen, we're just gonna do that, and she can go in there, and we'll just move, yeah, we'll move the nuke a little bit closer, and I'll probably keep going with the swarm commander just to get more bees in there. Take it. There we go. So, if I step back, you can see we started up there. We still got a bunch up there, but we're going to just keep moving bees down until we get closer to the nuke, and then we'll get the bees to shoot off their Nasonov pheromone. That will move all the other ones down even further and faster. So, looks like this is going to work. And once she gets, once we get a bunch in there, we'll just put the top on, and then we'll have them use the bee escape. here, you see those butts sticking way up in the air and almost bending backwards? That's them doing nosing off. That's them putting off nosing off. That's not ventilation, because there's really nothing to ventilate outside. Nosing off makes this happen. Makes all these bees, see, as we go up, you see more. Well, that's not a good example. And you don't really see any more. But there's less and less bees now at the top, in the corner, because they're all coming down. So this made it really easy. I grabbed one of the older swarm commanders that we have. It's like 2 years old, and we put them all in a bag together so that they can soak up any of the leftover smell that they have, like a Ziploc bag. Now look at these guys, they're going nuts. I'm gonna move this back some. Alright, I made a classic mistake. I was talking to the camera yesterday. I never did hit record, so the rest of the video is the bees all got in the nuke. We took the bees here, dumped the bees in this. You'll see that we closed off the front just with some mesh, and it does look like the bees might be figuring out how to get in and out of there, because I see one bee that's awfully low, but majority of the bees are not. So we're going to keep them sealed up like this for a day or two. We are feeding. That's what the shim right there is for, and that will keep them, you know, going, pulling out the wax that's in there, because we have foundationless frames. We put in a brood comb, so we took from one of the other frames. You see this entrance and exit? I got a little hole right there, and they're using it. Shoot. Anyway, so most of them are sealed up except for those smart ones. But we're feeding. We put in a piece of brood comb, so they should smell that and say, hey, I'm gonna stay. And then give it a couple of days. We'll we'll open up the bottom. The blue painter's tape there is covering a top entrance. So we'll take all of that off and hope that they stay. They are a July swarm, so you know what they say. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay tuned for next week's video. I'm basically putting out one video a week at this point, but as things happen, if I get around to it, I'm gonna start just pumping out some videos so you guys see what it looks like. And we'll put that cinder block back on top. Now that I'm making the video, I also forgot to put that on. Stay safe, everybody.